Hey there, Canadian investors. Coach Julien here. In today's video, I'm going to go through some investments that generate over 7% dividends annually. These dividends are paid monthly. The beauty of dividends is that it's cash. It's cash in your pocket every month. If you're not at the retirement stage, what you could do is have those dividends reinvested using a DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. I have a video on that. I'm going to flash it up on the screen. And when you reach retirement, all you have to do is disactivate the dividend reinvestment plan. That cash goes straight into your account. It's not reinvested. I'm going to go through those investments, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Julien, Regoli, CPA CMA, your finance coach. I help Canadians take control of their finances so they can reach financial freedom more rapidly. I firmly believe that anybody could do it by themselves. You don't need to delegate your entire life savings to some unknown person who bases their financial advice on who knows what kind of commission. You don't need to be a math whiz. You don't need a finance degree. All you need to do is to learn a few concepts and apply them. If this is the kind of topic that interests you, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button, and you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Thanks in advance for watching. Today's topic, some investments that generate over 7% dividends. 7%. Those dividends are paid monthly. So let me go through them with you. So for those of you who've watched some of my previous videos, you'll see that I'm a real big fan of ETFs. ETFs, basically they're like mutual funds, but way cheaper, more efficient. They're way better. I have a video that explains the difference between mutual funds and ETFs. So take a look at that if you want to learn more about ETFs. Let me show you these investments that are high quality, high dividend investments. Yeah, and let me explain a bit how I choose these ETFs. What I look for is low expense ratio. So the lower the better. The expense ratio is basically how much it costs to manage the fund. So the lower the better. And usually this is in relation to the total assets under management. So the more the assets under management the fund has, the better the economies of scale, and so the lower the expense ratio. So you'll see this tends to be negatively correlated. The higher this is, the lower this is. That's why I look at the total assets under management for a few reasons. It's the economies of scale, but also if you have a small fund, it's probably less liquid. And what that means is that when you put a price, you might want to put a price limit. Otherwise, you could get screwed on the buying and selling of the ETF. So be careful when you buy funds with low number of assets under management. And obviously, I look at this. Dividend yield is important. These, the ones I'm going to go through today, have over 7% dividend paid monthly. I look at, first this one here, BMO, high dividend covered call, ticker is ZWC.TO. It's basically managed by BMO, and it follows Canadian high dividend covered call ETF. The covered call is basic managers of the fund use to generate additional income. That explains a little bit the expense ratio. What I like about this one is that if you look at the price today versus pre-lockdown levels, we're still under. If we look at how they're invested, you can see that the highest weighted investment in this fund is the CIBC at a little higher than 5%. So that means this fund has many stocks. It's invested in 20 different stocks, so you're well diversified. And you can see it's in banks, it's in telecom, it's in energy, insurance. So these are all great companies, very solid value. I mean, you can't go wrong. So that's the first one, ZWC. The second one, and you might have seen this one in some of my previous videos. It's called ZWU.TO, BMO covered call utilities. It follows utility stocks in Canada. The fund does do covered calls. Dividend yield is 7.41% today, and it has over $1.3 billion of assets under management. So very solid. The highest weighted investment in this fund is BMO equal weight utilities ETF. So it's, some ETFs own other ETFs, and that's perfectly fine. So it's very diversified. So you'll see that this fund has obviously over 20 different investments. So you have got energy here, you've got telecom, things that generate good dividends, good, consistent cash. The next one also I've covered in a previous video. It's called HHL.to. Expense ratio is a little higher, probably because the total assets under management is lower, and his management is a little bit more active on this one. You'll see the price seems a little bit more volatile on this one compared to the other two. Look at that dividend, 8.31%. Great dividend. What I like about this one right now is that, you know, today we're September 23rd. Last week or so has been pretty rough on the market, especially the healthcare sector. It got whacked. And so you're at 8,415. The last time that level was beginning of July. So I think personally, I think this is a nice buying opportunity for the ETF. You're getting good dividend, got some upside. It got whacked in the last couple of weeks. If we look at where they're invested, pharma, healthcare, highest weighted investment here is 5.46%. So you're well diversified. So folks, there you have it for today. If you liked the video, thumbs up, that really helps out. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the area below the video. To book a one-on-one coaching session with me, it's free for a limited time. You can do so. You'll find the link to my Calendly below the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I've got more content coming, more tips on investments, more tips on how to save money and how to think about money. Thanks for watching today, guys, and we'll see you real soon.